Seeing reports of Tesla buildings being attacked, people that drive Teslas having their cars vandalized. There's other stories of people that are suggesting on places like Reddit that Elon Musk and Donald Trump may need to be taken out. Make no mistake about it. I've said for years, all of the insane violence that we saw coming from the left, from places like Antifa, from way back when you saw them rioting at places like Berkeley to prevent people from going in to hear the terrible Ben Shapiro from speaking, riots that we saw on college campus, them locking Riley Gaines into a room, not letting her go out, other attacks that we saw all across this country during the Black Lives Matter, the Chaz Zone, all of this stuff. The irony was, all of this was occurring while the left had institutional power. And I said, if you think this violence is bad now, wait until they start losing those connections to institutional power. Now, they had direct connections in the sense that there were cultural connections, such as the people that were running things were advocating policies and at least paying lip service to the issues that these radical leftists wanted, such as Trans America, Black Lives Matter, etc. But now we're starting to find out that there are connections, possibly in the terms of financial connections, where we see NGOs that were possibly financing institutions that were leading to these sorts of people that then went on and engaged in different attacks. Oh, I forgot to mention those against pro-life centers. Remember, the FBI couldn't get to those because most of those attacks occurred in the evening. Remember, that's what Chris Wray, head of the FBI, said? I predict that as we see these NGOs start to collapse and the funding dries up and the cultural shift starts going the other way, that these groups will become more desperate. Initially, they won't understand that they can't get away with it with impunity like the majority of the Black Lives Matter riots, and there will actually be consequences if there's any justice in this world. So you're about to see what I would predict would be an uptick in violence that occurs from these left-wing groups. They feel morally righteous. They've been gaslit into believing their opponents are Nazis, and you're justified in doing whatever you want against Nazis. They become more brazen in nonviolent attacks, such as going after J.D. Vance when he's walking with his daughter, and violent attacks in the form of vandalism and other things that we see, up to and possibly including things such as assassinations, which we've seen 2 attempts so far against Trump. So, gird your loins, we're probably going to see more of these violent reactions from the left, and it'll all be smugly ignored, cheered on, or wink wink nudge nudge from people in positional power in the establishment and on the left.